Hey golfers, in this next video I'm going to be talking about early extension golf. Keep watching. Hi, it's Troy from hittingitsolid.com here. Thanks for watching. So I'm covering early extension golf. Now I've spoken about this a fair bit on the channel, but I wanted to do another video and go into a few more extra things that I probably should have explained a bit better previously. So quickly, early extension, what is that? So if I'm set up to a ball here, early extension is in the downswing. When you come down, you stand up, your pelvis comes forward, you get up on your toes quite often, and you get very tall, get further from the ball, and causes you usually to flip at the golf ball and hit a lot of inconsistent golf shots. So what sort of bad shots does early extension cause? Well, you get anything from thin top shots, you get a two-way miss a lot of the time, and that's because there is a lot of face rotation, so the ball can go either left or right. Now the key with early extension is that it is an effect in the golf swing of doing something else incorrect. And what that is coming up. Okay, early extension happens because your downswing is too steep. Now, and what I mean by that is the shaft here comes down vertical. So here's what it looks like. As we start our downswing, the shaft will come down almost vertical like this, or at least very steep like that. And that's what causes a lot of early extension. Now, how that happens, most golfers, they pull the handle down. As soon as you pull the handle in this down fashion like this, maybe in an effort to get more lag, you can see there the shaft it just steepens, comes down vertical every time. All right, so that's one reason you might be early extending. The other one, you might be sliding or getting too much sway in the downswing. So from face on, we'll show it better. You push your hips in this area here, you'll get into this sort of awkward impact position here. You won't be able to rotate. You'll be forced to use your hands, stand up nice and tall, and flip the golf club. Very common as well. Now the final thing you may be doing that's causing the early extension is either extending your wrist, your lead wrist, your left wrist for a right-hander, or cupping it too much. So in the downswing, you can see there that lead wrist is very cupped instead of flexed or bowed like that. It's very cupped, and that causes the shaft to come down very steep. Also with an open club face a lot of the time. Okay, so those are the three reasons why you're early extending. Now, the reason you have to early extend, if you don't, you're going to chunk the ball or hit it fat. So it's a good reason why you're doing it. If you come down steep, the only way you can hit the golf ball, if you come down steep like that and you stay in posture, you're going to hit somewhere back here. It's just impossible to hit the ball solid. So what most golfers do, they stand up, flick their hands and arms at it to make contact with the ball. So it's your brain and your body telling you, I have to hit the ball, I'm going to find a way, and this is the way to do it. Not the greatest way to do it, but we need to hit the golf ball, and that's how most golfers do it. So let's look at how we can fix early extension. Okay, let's fix our early extension. I've previously spoken about putting your butt up against a chair and making swings like that. Now, it is effective, but the thing to bear in mind is if your swing is steep in the transition in the downswing, putting your butt up against the chair won't be as effective as what it could be. Because if you're staying in posture, but if the shaft is still coming down steep, sooner or later, you need to lift up to try and save the shot. So just bear that in mind when you're using that chair drill for early extension. So what I'd like you to do, just stand over a ball here. First thing we need to do, instead of pulling those hands down, which steepens the shaft, I want you to have them moving slightly outward towards the golf ball. We don't want them to go too far, slightly out towards the ball, and that will help flatten and shallow out that shaft. If I hold the club up like this, shaft comes down very steep, but if I move my hand this way, shaft naturally wants to shallow. That's what we want to do. So that's the first piece, shaft out towards the golf ball. Second one, which ties in with that, was the movement of this lead wrist. We don't want it cupped, we want it either flat or slightly bowed on your downswing. So as we get to the top, hands move towards the ball, a little bit of bowing in that lead wrist, helps flatten it out. Get into a great position down towards the golf ball. Now the next thing we want to do is want to rotate. When you early extend, it's really difficult to rotate your bottom half. So what we want to do, get to the top, hands towards the ball, a bit of bowing, want to rotate those hips. Keep our head forward, our butt back, and we get in that nice impact position there. So when you're shallowing the club in the downswing, instead of it coming down steep, you will naturally find it easier to stay in posture, and you won't have to be thinking about it, and you won't early extend. It'll be much easier to get into that great impact position. So by attacking how the early extension is caused, by fixing up that steepening downswing, you'll be able to get rid of your early extension super fast. Now, really important coming up, I've got an additional video that talks about the golf downswing, which ties in really well with this. So you need to watch it. It's coming up. I'll see you on it. Do you want to know how to make an even better downswing? Click and watch the video on your screen now. It's going to go into more detail about how to make a great golf downswing, which ties in really well with this golf video. Do you want to know how to play even better golf? Consider subscribing to the channel. And remember, if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. I will get back to you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.